How's it going, you guys? AZ Plow 21 here, back with another episode of our UFC Save, UFC Reborn in WMMA 5, and we're gonna be booking up another month of cards here. Appreciate you guys, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. I do apologize, a little bit of a 2 week, 2.5 week break there. I have been absolutely going insane studying because I recently took up a job as a mortgage broker, but I've been studying and training for actually taking my licensing test, and I did pass, thankfully. So I have my life back and I can start streaming and uploading videos again, but it was quite a hectic little 2 weeks there of studying for that test. Passed with an 81% when I only needed a 75. Got it done on the first try, so hopefully more money coming in the future. Maybe invest some money into my streaming equipment, maybe a new graphics card so I can stream Starfield when that game comes out. Super excited about that. But either way, appreciate you guys, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch. Appreciate you always. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. I do know that a good majority of the people that do watch my videos, nearly 70%, have not subscribed, so please do so. And yeah, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys have been thinking. I know in the last episode we had John Jones retain against Stipe Miocic, which has been now confirmed that it is going to happen. So I'm very excited to see that. I also saw that Max Holloway is actually fighting Korean Zombie, which I had no idea about. I just booked it ahead of time, figured it might be cool. It's happening. You know me. I'm always booking things, and the UFC seems to book them for some reason. All right, so we're on Monday, week 1 of September. What is to come is 2 pay-per-views, actually. Hill versus Prohaska, live from Ohio, and then Edwards versus Covington, live from London. That should be a pretty good one. We also got UFC Fight Night Gone versus Pavlovich, live from France. And then UFC on ESPN, Sanhagen versus Dvalishvili. That should be a good one as well. Right after that, we got McGregor versus Chandler. So that should be an interesting pay-per-view, even though that fight is probably not happening until at the very earliest 2024. Figueiredo versus Munoz making his bantamweight debut in Chicago. And then Nunes versus Pena 3 happening in Nevada. That's not happening. Nunes is retired in real life, so oh well, I guess. But nonetheless, we are going to have that fight booked up here. Nunes has not retired in game. So let's go and take a look and see what we need to get done here. We got a couple people we need to renew. Someone like Jonathan Pierce, who has not fought for us in this game yet, but we will go ahead and renew him. A lot of these guys are going to be on way cheaper contracts, so we're going to be saving a lot of money in the long run. Costello Van Steenis. Now, in my other UFC save, this guy ends up being pretty good, like top 15 fighter. So I'd be more than happy to bring him in. Matt Brown getting a couple rival bids. Seriously considering more than one offer. Let's go ahead and nip that in the bud. Bring Matt Brown back for the remainder of his time here. Lorenz Larkin. Would love to have him. Seriously considering both offers. Go ahead and offer him an additional 3K. Interesting to see what I'm going to book up here, because I was only able to book 3 fight cards the last month, just because we don't really have very many popular fighters who are ready to fight, essentially. So hopefully we've got some guys that are, you know, good to go, that we can book up here. Alexander Romanov contract renewal, coming off a loss. Let's go ahead and offer him a deal anyways. Takashi Sato, 2-4 in the UFC. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. Yeah, we're going to have to let you go, sir. Sorry about that. Angela Lee and 1. Angela Lee coming to the end of her contract with 1. She lost to Stamp Fairtex, but I would still love to bring her in. And we might need to up her offer a little bit. Angela Lee, would love to get her in here. Also, recently got a little kitten, so you might hear a little meow or two every now and then. That is going to be my kitten. Tiki is her name. We got Meerschaert coming up here. Let's go ahead and bring him back. Love me some GM3. Vicente Luque. We're going to keep him forever. Great fighter. Puts on bangers. Not been super lucky as of late. Tisha Torres has a fight booked. And you know we keep our women fighters long term. And that'll do it. Let's see. Anybody else? Scott Askham from KSW, low-level national British Isles, 2-4 in the UFC. That his last fight being in 2017. He's done quite well for himself, but we're gonna hold off. This guy, no thank you. Walter Gahadza, no thank you. And I think we're good on signing people. Let's see. Let's see just exactly what we can do. For now, November is going to be the month that we're in. November. Let's see here. So let's just do our monthly pay-per-view first of all, and let's see if there's anyone that is ready to fight. Rankings. There we go. Rankings. So John Jones is going to be back in 33 days. So let's hold off on John Jones. Gone versus Pavlovich. We got Tuivasa, who just beat Curtis Blades by TKO. He probably would need another win before he got a title shot. Prohaska and Hill's already happening. We got Ankalaev, who drew with Blachowicz. Would love to get him a fight. Blachowicz lost to Alex Pereira. And where is Pereira? Is Pereira not officially in the light heavyweight division? Let's go ahead and do that. Yep. Boom. So Alex Pereira now in the light heavyweight division. I feel like him versus Ankalaev would be a pretty good fight. Pereira versus Ankalaev to see who the next contender is. Not sure. All I know is that Pereira beat him by unanimous decision. Beat Blachowicz. Did we just have him wait for a title shot? Hill and Prohaska going at it this month, correct? Yep, September. So Ankalaev versus Uzdemir, maybe? He's already fought Uzdemir. Ankalaev versus Anthony Smith, coming off a win over Johnny Walker. He's out for quite some time. Ankalaev versus Dominic Reyes, coming off a win. I don't know if I can do that to Dominic. It would be quite a fight. Coming off a win over Ryan Spann, Jimmy Crute, who himself in real life is not looking very good, unfortunately. I feel like Pereira might be the fight to make. And Pereira, is he good to go? He's good to go. Pereira versus... Ooh, I like that actually. So Pereira versus Ankalaev, and that is for sure for a title shot. For sure. Let's see here. Adesanya is good to go. Beat Alex Pereira. Robert Whittaker. Beat Duplessis. Vittori and Duplessis. Brendan Allen. Is Whittaker good to go? Him versus Brendan Allen would be sweet. I say we do that. Whittaker versus Allen, that's a good fight. Jared Cannonier beat Marvin Vittori. Love to see that. Pereira's already fighting. Fabian Edwards coming off a win. Andre Muniz beating Roman Dolidze. Edwards versus Muniz as a debut fight. I don't know. He's 30 years old, so it's not like we really need to build him up per se. Yeah. Fuck it, let's do it. So we got Edwards versus Muniz that we are doing as well. Let's just look and see if there's any title fights that we can do, first of all. Edwards is already booked. Dariush, that is right. Neil Dariush beats Islam Makhachev to win the title. Because Oliveira got injured. And Oliveira is now scheduled to fight Rafael Fiziev. He lost to Islam. That's crazy. Fiziev, Makhachev, is he... He's good to go. Dustin beat Justin Gaethje, but he's out for a while. Drew Dober beat Sarukian, but that's not good enough for a title shot. Oliveira is fighting Fiziev. Where even is Fiziev? Oh, he's ranked number 3. I mean, he's out for a while. Maybe the rematch with Islam is the way to go. Back in 12 days. Split decision as well. I kind of like it. Just because we're waiting on Oliveira, we're waiting on Poirier to heal up anyways. I say we do it. Islam versus Dariush 2 is happening. Volkanovski is ready to go after beating Yair. Arnold Allen coming off a win over Josh Emmett. Losing to Max Holloway. Max Holloway just lost to Korean Zombie, which is insane. Crazy. Brian Ortega, I mean, Evloev beat Bryce Mitchell. He still needs one more fight, I believe. Arnold Allen. I mean, he's kind of next one up, isn't he? Knocking out Josh Emmett like that? I mean, there's... we gotta have some challengers for Volk. So why not? Volk versus Allen. Beautiful. So we have 2 title fights at the very least. Sean O'Malley, who is our current bantamweight champion via TKO. Merab Dvalishvili, he's fighting Corey Sandhagen. That is going to be a title eliminator for sure. And he's out for quite some time anyways. When is that fight? When is that Dvalishvili fight? September. So it's this month. So hopefully whoever wins that fight ends up being okay. And we can just book that as soon as possible. Flyweight, Brandon Moreno still the champion after beating Pantoja. Kai Kara France beating Mateus Nicolau. He might eat one more fight. Brandon Royval versus Tim Elliott. I think we're waiting on that one. To see if we have ourselves a title fight. Featherweight, whatever. Bantamweight already booked. Flyweight, Grasso versus Blanchfield, right? Yup. Zhang Wei Li, good to go after just defending her championship. Or is she good to go? I'm sorry. 12 days, so she is good to go. Doug Rose knocked out Amanda Lemos. Losing to Carla Esparza. She's beaten Zhang 3 times, or twice already. Marina Rodriguez lost to Lemos. I mean, Zhang versus Rose kind of makes sense. So I might do that next month. So it looks like we have our 5 fights for the pay-per-view, or maybe a couple for the main cards, for the main events, I should say. Let's see. Whitaker versus Allen, that can definitely be its own card. And Pereira versus Ankalaev can definitely be its own card. So let's go ahead and do that. Ooh, I wonder if we shouldn't do that in Australia. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it in Australia. We're going to do a pay-per-view in Australia for Volkanovski. Love to see it. So week 4 of November. week 4 of November. Live from Australia. Western Australia. Love that. Boom. Volk versus Alan, Dariush versus Islam. Let's see. Let's see, is there anyone? Let's see the popular fighters that are available right now, female style. Misha Tate, nobody really as far as the women. Catch weight, Tuivasa's ready to go. We'll definitely put him on the Australia card for sure. We'll find someone for him to fight. It says Adesanya's ready, but we don't have anyone for him. Brian Ortega, Usman. Okay. Can we find someone for Ortega to fight? Like Evloev? That would not be a bad fight. Is Holloway good to go? 40 days, so no. Okay. Ortega versus Yair has happened. Yep. And he beat Topuria, which was kind of crazy. Yeah, Ortega versus Evloev. Now, can that be its own? I don't think it can. I don't think that can be its own main event, unfortunately. The Western Australia, let's go ahead and week 3 of November on a Saturday, a UFC fight night. Actually, let's do week 1. Let's go to the bottom of the United States. Let's go to Wisconsin. Not a major show. Throw a show. Booyah. And then Saturday, week 2 of November. Another throwaway show, UFC Fight Night. Boom. This time held in Washington. All right, and then week 3, November, Saturday, UFC Fight Night 2. And we are going to Virginia. Why not? Let's go to Virginia. Not a major show, throwaway show. And boom. All right, so I believe one of these we wanted to be Whitaker versus Allen, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so Brennan Allen versus to be announced. Tejeda versus Ankalaev. Can we? I don't think we'll be able to pull that, unfortunately. Let's see. Moreno, Brian Ortega. Let's do that Ortega main event. Edson Barbosa. All right, Evloev, beautiful. And then we need one more main event. Doug Rose, Misha Tate. That's not happening. Usman. Maybe you can fight on the pay-per-view, but not on the main event after losing. Yair Rodriguez. Jeff Neal. Yair versus Feely. Okay. We can rock with this. First, I don't know if it's the first main event for Andre Feely, but definitely unusual territory for him. Main events. Light heavyweights. Ankalaev versus Pereira. Wait, is Pereira even good to go? Hold on. Let's see here. Alex Pereira. He'll be fine. Okay, he'll be fine. Edwards versus Muniz. That can probably go on one of the main cards of the other ones. Very nice. Dariush versus Islam. For the lightweight championship. And then Volkanovski versus Allen for the featherweight championship. Oh, whoops. Those are not supposed to go on there. Let's move those to UFC 296. Main event. Co-main event. Fine. Let's see. Misha Tate. Let's see here. Tai Tuivasa, we need to find him a fight. Versus Marcin Tybura. We can do that. Just so he has a fight. Beautiful. Aitar, Adesanya, no. Usman. Chimaev is probably fighting for the title. Yep. So who can Usman fight? At welterweight. Jeff Neal. Quite a step up, but sure, let's do it. Quite a step up for Mr. Jeff Neal. Main show fight, mid-level national. Boom, they love that one. All right. Okay, so now let's book ourselves some more fights here. Okay, so let's get Misha Tate on here. Women's bantamweight. Tate versus Chasson. Not well known enough. Will you fight Rocky Pennington? Apparently she will. All right. Okay. Let's see. Karate Hottie. Karate Hottie at strawweight. Marina Rodriguez. They have already fought. Virna Jandiroba. Let's go ahead and rock with that. She's not well known enough. What about this girl? Nope. Just sorted by popularity. And we run into a problem with Karate Hottie. Okay, let's go up to flyweight then. Will you fight Casey O'Neill? Apparently she will. And I kind of like that fight. Alrighty. Alright, Jessica Andrade at flyweight. Her and Maya. Yeah, we'll toss you some extra bones, Jessica. Not a problem. Let's see. Any other popular women? No. Alright, so the popular men here. Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes, light heavyweight. I think I was wanting Reyes to fight. Definitely not Ankalaev. That's not true. Lahovic, he's out for a while. Uzdemir versus Reyes, maybe? Yeah, we can do that next month. Edson Barbosa. Grant Dawson. Bobby Green. Let's go to featherweight. I like that. Jonathan Pierce versus Edson Barbosa. We'll toss Edson some extra cash. Alrighty, by popularity. Grant Dawson at lightweight. Versus Raush Manfio. Yeah, we can do this. Good debut fight for Manfio here. I actually really like that. Bobby Green was the next one. Just beat Tony Ferguson. Give him Ismail Bonfim. Let's see here. Walt Harris, Ronnie Yaya. All right, from here, it's kind of just the ranked people. Ooh, Kaikar Franz versus this Almabayev guy. No, thank you. Let's go ahead and get Almabayev another fight. Yeah, David Dvorak, that's fine. Beautiful. Jocelyn Edwards. Let's see. Strawweight. Can we do anything here? Lemos. Out forever. Rodriguez is ready. Jan is out for a while. Yaregui. Not for a while. Jandaroba. She's coming off a win, right? Maybe her versus Rodriguez, who is coming off a loss. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. Spivak, no. Romanov. Let's see, Romanov, you are coming off a loss. You versus Budai. I like that. Let's do it. Boom, easy as that. Dominic Reyes, no. Let's find this Jacob Nadeau guy a fight, who's apparently ranked for some reason, because he was doing okay in PFL. So Jacob Nadeau. Versus Max Grishin. Okay. All right, Bruno Silva. Sean Brady. Sean Brady versus Kevin Holland sounds interesting. And one in the top 15 I want to make sure we've got covered. Jonathan Martinez. Let's find something for Jonathan Martinez at bantamweight. And he's coming off a loss to Umar. I feel like a fight against Montel Jackson ought to do it. All right, and then one more. Super Sadiq Youssef, not this month, it would appear. Yeah, let's get Sean Brady something. Him and Kevin Holland. Seems like it would be fun. So let's just go ahead and do it, huh? Yep. All right. Bruno Silva at middleweight. Him versus Imavov. Not opposed to, so let's do it. And then one more. Walt Harris, Ronnie Yaya. Alonzo Menafield at light heavyweight. Yeah, let's give him this debuting guy. Beautiful. All right. So high level regional, high level national, low level national, high level regional, and mid level national. Beautiful. This one we have got mid level national, low level international, high level regional, low-level regional, mid-level regional, and low-level regional. This is not the greatest card, admittedly. Alrighty, and then we got low-level international, mid-level national, low-level national, mid-level regional, mid-level regional, and high-level regional. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, cool. It's prelim time, it would seem. So let's get it. 10 prelims. Let's see here. Last fought 9 months ago. And let's see if there's anybody. Right, nobody at all. So let's change that up to 6 months ago. All right, beautiful. So let's see what we've got cooking here. All right, we'll book these two against one another. Sam Hughes and Bruna Brazil. Elise Reed versus Estela Nunes. And then we got So Yul Kim making her debut, it would appear, against Montserrat Ruiz. Right, flyweight. We've got Araujo. We'll be taking on Ivana Petrovic. Alexeva taking on Brogan Walker Sanchez, who might get cut if she loses that one. Maria Agapova, what happened to her? Remember? She was going crazy style for a while there. She'll take on Jamie Lynn Horth. Got Antonina. We'll have her take on Macy Barber on the prelims. Luana Carolina taking on Courtney Casey. That's the girl that got knocked out by Meatball Molly McCann. And then Diana Belbita. Yeah, JJ Aldrich. That's fine. All right. Alrighty, let's see. We got a lot of flyweights. Let's go to the heavyweights. Chase Sherman. Let's find someone for this young man to fight. Tanner Bozer? Sure, why not? Boom. That's done. Let's get another fight card going. Light heavyweight. Anton Turkalj. Probably his third and final fight. Vitor Petrino versus Zach Pauga. Love that. All right. A lot of guys have not fought for a while, apparently. Phil Haas versus Julian Marquez. Kind of like that. Lexichuk versus Brian Battle. Marc-Andre Barrialt, the Canadian, taking on Punahele Soriano. Got Dusko Todorovic taking on, let's go with Linus. Josh Fremd taking on AJ Dobson. Go with Jared Gooden taking on Jack Marshman, UFC veteran. Andre Petrosky, undefeated, by the way. Rodolfo Vieira. That should be a pretty good one. Then you got Trishan Gore taking on Chidi Njokwani. Boom. All right, Cody Brundage versus Cedric Dumas. Joseph Holmes taking on Gilbert Urbina. Love that. Abu Azaitar See if there's anyone that can match up with him. Jamie Pickett. And then Kiskriev, undefeated. You can take on Jun Young Park. All right, Pete Rodriguez. Brian Barberina, that should be a banger. Adam Fugit. Take on Josh Quinlan. Darius Flowers. Gabriel Green. Oh, quick camp. Never mind. Go with Gabriel Bonfim versus Carlston Harris. 3-1. Good start to his UFC career. Michael Morales. 2-0 versus Miguel Baeza. A couple of young guys going at it. Let's see, Mike Malotz. Alex Morono. Love that. And then one more here. Benit Saint Denis taking on Billy Goff, making his debut. All right. And then 10 more for the pay-per-view. Go ahead and go back down over here with the flyweights. Love us some flyweight action. And we got two guys making their debut. Uwama and Ursig. Playedson Rodriguez. Go with Thong and Rodriguez. We got Maksoon taking on Naoki Inoue, who is making his debut. Gustavo da Silva. Go against Arichi Lang. A couple guys in the top 25. Charles Johnson. O'Day Osborne. JPBs. Suma Derji versus Jimmy Flick. Matt Schnell versus CJ Vergara. And then we got Sung Park. Let's see here. Versus Candelario. We got two more fights in the bantamweight division. Got Ricky Simone. Actually, let's just go over to the who the most popular is. Nobody. Okay. We got Ricky Simone. Versus Saeed. Love that. All right, and then you got Kyung Ho Kang versus Johnny Munoz. Boom. Prelims are done. All right. So, fights are all booked up. Love to see it. So we are going to have Robert Whitaker versus Brendan Allen as the main event of one fight card. Brian Ortega versus Movsar Evloev as the main event of this fight card. We have Yair Rodriguez and Andre Fili main eventing another one. And then UFC 296 Volkanovski versus Brendan Allen, Dariush, and Makhachev having a rematch for the lightweight title. It'll be Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira, Tai Tuivasa, Marcin Tybura, and then Kamaru Usman versus Jeff Neal. Should be a pretty good month of fights. Can't wait to see it. The next time that I do see you guys will be for UFC Fight Night Gone versus Pavlovich. For every time you watch my videos, really appreciate it. I'm AZPlayer21, and I will see you guys at the fights.